Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something in the show or you have a bright idea that you want to see us implement on the show, drop them in those comments below or here's on any one of our social media outlets. Holler at us, we holler back. We got a full show for you guys here today. Oh, man, I can't wait to get into it. I hope you guys had a nice week. But before we get into the show, let me introduce you to my co-host, and he goes by the name of Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Well, I wanted to tell you that I'm in the best of moods, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm in a pretty foul mood tonight, and I'm about ready to lay into a whole fan base. And so, I try to keep positive on it, but I'm going to get into it in a few minutes, but it really irritates me to no end.
Oh, my goodness. Well, before we get to all that, I want to know how you've been doing, man.
Otherwise, I have been doing good. Prior to yesterday, I was actually in pretty good spirits, but there's been just some stuff going on that I just need to address and get it out.
Get it off the chest. Got to let
it
it out.
Off the chest. Get it out there, and then let the chips fall where they may.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
I'm gonna lose some friends tonight, but sometimes addition by subtraction.
Hey, you got to make yourself feel good, Steve. You got to make yourself feel good, and when you can't hold stuff in, you got to let it out. You got to let it out. Patrick wanted me to tell you hello, and he's at a hockey game right now.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. I hope it's going well. Hope his team wins. Hockey's one of those sports. I used to be into it when I was young. I actually went to quite a few hockey games. Lived in Canada for a while, but it's just I don't know. It's just turned into a sport where you either have to really be into it or you just, we should hopefully he'll be able to bring us a hockey perspective as we get to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he's retaining it all. He's bringing it all in. He can't wait to tell us what's going on.
Because I follow the Capitals and I know they've had a pretty solid season, but outside of that, I couldn't tell you who's doing what in hockey. I have no clue. So.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest. I've been to a couple hockey games, but I was kind of following the Kings under Gretzky. Yeah. But hockey to me, I can appreciate it more when I'm at the game. Hockey's a game I don't want to watch on TV. I want to go to the game.
Right, you got to be there. Yeah, it's definitely a be there sport. I put it in the same category as NASCAR.
Right.
NASCAR is hard to watch on TV. But if you're at the racetrack and you can experience the speed those cars are going in real time, you get a better appreciation for it.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Shout out to all our people up there on Facebook. We appreciate you guys and all your comments. And don't forget to hit them like buttons. Every comment is appreciated and we will respond.
Absolutely. We feed off of you. We take our energy and we bring it back from what we get from you. So please comment. And like I said, I'm going to be making some controversial comments and I'm going to forewarn you guys, but so be it.
Steve, where do you want to go first? Do you want to get whatever you want to get?
Let's start first with the World Baseball Classic. Let's get baseball out the way because this week they've started the World Baseball Classic. We had probably one of the bigger upsets in the history of the Classic the other day when the United States, who was supposed to be the favorite, lost to Italy 8-6.
Woo!
Yeah, so nobody really saw that coming, even though Italy does have a couple of Major League players on the team.
8-6.
8-6, but I mean the U.S. team is loaded with MLB talent, so nobody thought there'd be any way they're gonna lose.
No excuses.
No excuses. So I mean, but that makes it better, The teams are getting better around the world. That makes it better for the competition itself. So
yes, sir.
So it looked like tonight. Last I checked, it was winning 6-0. Mexico had to win by less than 5 runs in order to make the second round. So the fact that Italy scored 6 runs means that the United States will go to the next round. So let me go over real quick.
Got in by the hairs of the chinny chin chin.
Yeah, by the chinny chin chin. Let me go over who's going to make the next round for the World Baseball Classic. So in Pool A, we have Canada and Puerto Rico. Pool B, as I mentioned earlier, we have Italy and the United States. Pool C, we have Japan and Korea. And in Pool D, we have Venezuela and Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So just real quick, like I said, U.S. and Japan were thought to be the big teams, with the Dominican and Venezuela hot on their tail. Do you see an upset in this final, or do you think it's going to be U.S.-Japan for the final?
Well, I believe the U.S. Well, I'm biased, but I believe the U.S. will stand tall. We're the leaders in baseball. We're supposed to have all the talent, Steve.
Supposed to, but just because you're supposed to have it, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, sometimes, Dominican has a ton of talent too.
They do,
and Venezuela has a lot of major league talent. So, I mean, it's going to be a great weekend for baseball. I definitely will be watching some. I did watch a couple games of the first round. I didn't watch as much as I wanted to, but I definitely will be catching. It's hard. It's hard because they put on at the same time as the March Madness. So I'm going to be competing between college basketball and competing against this World Baseball Classic. So,
well, I'm going to say it like this. No matter what, win, lose, or draw, I'm riding with USA.
All right. I hope they win too. We're gonna just wait and see.
I'm not gonna hope. You got to put it into the atmosphere. USA.
So gotta let it marinate. Gotta let it marinate. Gotta let it soak in.
World domination.
Okay. All right. So that's one thing you can be watching this weekend. The other thing I mentioned, of course, this weekend is the college basketball tournaments. This is championship week. You have all the big championship tournaments going on this weekend: Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, ACC, and so on and so on.
Excitement.
Yeah, excitement. So right now, if we were to go ahead and talk about the top teams going into the tournament, for the 1 seeds, it looks like it's going to be Duke. It looks like it could be Florida. Let's go ahead. So we have Duke, Florida, Michigan. And a 4th team is probably Houston. So there's all other teams that are vying for that 4th spot. So
Michigan.
You got Michigan. Michigan looks strong this year. They look like
I'm picking Michigan.
Okay. They look like the team to beat.
Hey.
So, I'm not going to argue with them.
I'm riding with them all the way. I can't wait to fill out these brackets, and we're gonna come to you guys and help you out with your brackets this time.
Yeah, next week is definitely our bracket show, because next Wednesday we're gonna be ready to start the tournament the next day. So we're gonna definitely give you guys anything and everything you need to know going into the tournament to help you.
Tune in. We're gonna go over brackets. We're not going to give you everything, but we're going to give you the start of our brackets, and our brackets are probably going to be completely different because I know Steve goes one way and I go a different way, and we kind of mix it in there. Hey, these brackets are for some good money. You can win TVs, you can win cars, and multiple sources have these brackets. I urge everyone, go out. The brackets are free.
Right.
Go out, and you never know what can happen. It's fun.
Yeah.
It puts
no rhyme or reason. You just go in.
Yes.
And do multiple brackets. Don't just do one.
Exactly. You're rooting for a team. You want the team to win. Especially when you put them in the bracket, you're going to be on your team, giving them your energy, trying to propel them so your bracket can stay good.
Absolutely.
Promise you.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to it. But before we get into this NFL, I got to get this off my chest. I've been holding it. Where we going? So I think we need to blow the whistle.
Uh-oh. But what we about to talk about, Steve? Where are you talking?
All right. Well, what I'm talking about, for those who have not been following along in the NBA, we have Bam Adebayo, who, those who aren't familiar with him, he's a ninth year NBA player for the Miami Heat. 3-time All-Star. For all we know, I mean, everything that's been said about him, he's an outstanding athlete and citizen. Hasn't caused any ruffles.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody the NBA can represent and say that is a good guy. Tonight in a game against the Washington, he came out on fire. 31 points in the first quarter. You could tell Wizards are a bad team. The team was behind him, said, hey, he might be able to do something special. I think he scored another 15, 16 points in the second quarter, so he had like about 47, 46 points at halftime. Third quarter, he went off and got another 15, 16 points. I think he had like 62. And then the fourth quarter comes and it's like, there's a good chance that he could break Kobe for the second all-time score in the game, which Kobe scored 81 points back in 2006.
Right.
So the fourth quarter was pretty much let's do everything we can to get Bam Adebayo the ball so that he can break this record. So they were fouling him and they shouldn't need to foul. He was putting up shots he probably didn't need to put up. But the bottom line is, with the game, already well in the balance, he had the 81 points. They decided to go ahead and get him the chance to get that last attempt to get to 83. He goes ahead, gets it. Now he's second all time in points.
Right.
It's a feel-good story. It should be nothing more than, one guy's good night against a bad NBA team, and it should be done in there. That should be
horrible NBA team.
Horrible NBA team. Yeah.
They all
horrible
need to hang up their tennis shoes. All of them. Horrible.
Yeah. They're a horrible team. But it's just a feel-good story. That's what sports is about. The fan base of 19,000 people that were there can sit there and say, hey, we were part of history. They feel good about themselves. It should just be what it is, which is a feel-good story.
Right.
But then the problem becomes Kobe Bryant fans.
Uh-oh.
And now you guys know, for those who follow the show, know that I have a love-hate history with Kobe Bryant fans.
And for all you guys that follow the show, I'm a diehard Kobe Bryant fan. And I'm anxious to hear what Steve got to say.
Now, here's what I got to say. Now, once I already just mentioned, this should be just a feel-good story, no big deal. He got 83. Doesn't change anything on life, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Bryant fans are so sensitive and so needing to protect his legacy and protect his history. They've just come out today and just have been adamant in vile attacks on Bam Adebayo, attacks on the Heat, attacks on everybody and anybody, because they now feel that Kobe's legacy has been hampered because Bam Adebayo scored more points than him in a game. Now, I'm going to leave it at this. Your teacher in elementary school taught you, don't sniff the glue, because if you sniff the glue, it's going to affect your brain cells.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Kobe Bryant fan and you're upset today because Bam Adebayo scored 83 points and somehow you feel that that's disrespectful to Kobe or disrespectful to his legacy, you need to get your brain checked. There's something wrong. It's a you problem. It's not a Kobe problem. It's a Bam problem. It's a you problem. I was watching First Take this morning with Stephen A. And he was somebody who, was a straight shooter, and you kind of at least respect that. You may not like what he had to say, but at least he was honest about what he had to say and kept some facts behind it. He now has just turned into nothing more than a shop sports job. On his show today, he goes out there. Yeah, he goes out there. Yeah. And talks about, well, for all we know, Bam definitely is a great player, a great individual, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But while his achievement was cheating, Kobe's was not. And Kobe's was done with and he said that Toronto was playing hard and they were a good team. And I'm like, Toronto was a bad team back then. And while they might have been trying to play hard, the bottom line is Kobe put up 46 shots. If you put up 46 shots, you should score 80 points. If Steph Curry took 46 shots in the game, he's going to score 80 points. I mean, a lot of factors go into the scoring, which is you got to have a team willing to keep giving you the ball, and you got to have a opposing team that, if for whatever reason, is so low on themselves that they're allowing it to happen, which is what happened perfectly for Kobe with his 81. I don't have a problem with Kobe getting 81. But on the same regard, I don't have a problem with Bam getting 83. They're both the same. So when you sit there and say one is different and one is not different, you're being disingenuous. And records, yes, they are made to be broken. And that's my whole point on this, is that neither one should be something that is like, oh my God, so great. Yeah, they were given great opportunities. They took advantage of it, and just make it fun. That's what sports is about. It's not about bringing each other down, putting each other down. And for those athletes who come out there and put down Bam and his achievements, shame on them. We got too many black athletes going after black athletes. And I'm just going to call them real for what it is. We need to stop as African Americans putting each other down. Or we can't recognize somebody else's achievement without putting down the achievements of the other person. Why can't they both just be great? Why can't we say Kobe is an all-time great and Bam now will go down with this record as a great? Is that too hard?
Well, I see you didn't disrespect Kobe. So I'm okay with your statement. But let me break it down a little bit to you as being a Kobe fan. First of all, Kobe is a superstar on the level of a Michael Jordan and a LeBron. I'm not going to disrespect the young man that just broke the record. Kudos to him. You did your thing. He's not on that level.
Nobody said he was.
But he had a good game. But you kind of put him like he's going to be a great. No, he's going to be a player.
That record's going to be. Listen, that record's going to be great.
Horry, who has multiple rings, who is a great player, who is a clutch player, will always be remembered. This guy will be remembered for that game.
Exactly. And that's the whole point.
I get it.
It's about the game. It's one game. We're not going to sit here and say that he's an all-time great, but we're going to sit here and say, let's just give him the credit for that one game without having to put him down.
And like my explanation of it is, he's a good player that had a great game against a team who gave up.
Right.
I get it.
And let me close on this.
I understand the what people are saying on both sides. I get it.
But let me close out on this, just to close out. Now, if Michael Jordan had 81 points in the fourth quarter, because I heard complete idiocracy is that Bam Adebayo should have taken himself out of the game when he had 81 so that he wouldn't break Kobe's record.
That's foolish. Our guy, Glenn White, 1980. Records are made to be broken.
Exactly.
It's something for us to talk about.
Is there any way, and you know what, that Michael Jordan would have taken himself out of the game if he had 81 points and he had a chance to pass Kobe for the second most points of all time? Is there any way he's not going to shoot the ball?
I totally get what you're saying, but I'm not going to agree with the way it's being put, because Bam is not on the level of a Michael Jordan or a Kobe. So I understand from both ways, but people should be respectful, because this guy just did a great thing. This is going to go down for his future. He's going to be remembered through time because of this record.
And the bottom line, you got to make shots. I mean, to get up to 81 points, you got to put the ball in the basket. And he put the ball in the basket 20 times, 36 free throws, and 7 3-pointers. So, I mean,
he did his game. He did his thing.
Exactly. So I had to get that off my chest. Shame on you Kobe fans who are out here just giving all this vile comments towards him, making it out like he's the worst player ever and this and that, and Kobe's legacy is now tarnished. And
Nah. Kobe's legacy, 3 people could break that record. His legacy would not be tarnished, and especially somebody who's not a superstar, who on one night had a great game, is not the same. It's not the same at
I'm
all.
like I said, I'm
So
speaking out to
I
all
get
these
it.
people who today have come out and made these crazy comments that they should be ashamed of themselves. If you're somebody who's anything credible in sports, you should just be thankful for the moment. It was a great day for Adebayo, and then move on and leave it at that. So that's my gripe.
Good job, Adebayo.
Exactly.
But I will say, Kobe Bean Bryant will always be the Mamba, and he will always be in our hearts here in Los Angeles.
Absolutely,
Period.
as he should, as he should. So, like I said, I give him his greatness. I'm not going to ever sit here and say he was not great. And so, the fact that his name is up again, they should be thankful that by him doing this game, his name is front and center in the press again. People remember the greatness he had on that night where he had the 81.
Right. And anybody involved can go watch the games and see exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Because I have a lot to say, but it's a mute point. Kobe is Kobe. Adebayo, that's his name?
Adebayo.
Hey, good job, sir. No, keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
He's making
all right. Let's get to this NFL because this is where it gets juicy. We've been following this free agency now. Now today is the official first day where guys can sign the ink to the dotted line. Teams can move on. I know it's like we've been talking about this for weeks now. We finally got that day.
I've been waiting for this day.
So let's talk about the big one because this has really been turned into a controversy. And we know about the Raiders and the Ravens. They had a deal supposedly in place. They were going to trade Max Crosby to the Ravens for 2 number 1 picks.
Ridiculous.
Those who don't know, Max Crosby coming off a serious knee injury.
Yeah.
He just had surgery on just in January, which is like no time away. The Ravens played the Raiders to a T. And I'm going to tell you why they played them. The Ravens knew they weren't going to go after Max Crosby. They knew they were going to try to get him. But what they did want was Hendrickson for the Bengals. And so by coming out and making an official declaration that we're going to trade for Max Crosby, that raised the ante for Hendrickson to come out and work out a deal. So it's not a surprise that the day after the Ravens back out of the Crosby deal, stating about his injury, that they already knew he had a bad knee. They signed Hendrickson to a 4-year deal.
Worth how much?
121. It's crazy. 141 million, I believe it is. Big money. Big money.
Now, the Max Crosby trade, he had a physical and he failed it. Yeah. Or was that just talk?
Well, I mean, but they knew he was going to fail it. He just had surgery in January. They know his knee is not ready.
My thing is the other teams that are going after him. I understand he's a great player, but we have to see what type of player he's going to be after the injury.
Exactly.
Some players come back and they have short-term memory where they're not thinking about the fracture that happened before, and some people can never get over it, and they tend to not make the same type of cuts. They don't become the same player. They become a shadow of their former self. And 2 number 1s for somebody who had a massive injury, Steve. I think that's pure craziness right there. You gotta hope. You gotta hope that you get what you pay for.
But again, the Ravens, I don't believe, had any idea that they were going to make that trade for the 2 picks. They just used that as leverage to get the Hendrickson deal done. So it was like, we're going to tease you with these 2 draft picks. Knowing good and well they had no plan on doing it. But now the Raiders are left with a dilemma because here you have Crosby, who you've already shipped off. Psych. We're going to sit here and say, hey, Psych, we want you to come back and play for us. No. Crosby's going to be like, wait a second, you guys had me traded.
Have you looked at the timeline for his injury to be reset to where he going to be ready for the beginning of the season anyway?
They're saying right now, best case scenario, he could be ready by end of August, beginning of September. That's the best case scenario.
That's decent.
So we're talking about looking at no training camp, no. So he's going to be rusty, and let's keep in mind he's 31 years old. He's not like he's a 23, 24-year-old.
Yeah,
he got knowledge already on the tires.
That player with that type of that type of caliber player, it would seem that you would want to give him some rest and some reps before you just put him out there full speed go.
Exactly. So it's a dilemma for the Raiders. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to just pretend like, hey, we never really tried to trade you. We want you to just be professional and go out there and do the best you can? Or are they going to go ahead, because they're not going to get 2 number ones? No, nobody's going to be stupid enough to do that now. So they're going to have to settle for less.
There's a lot of desperate people out there.
A lot of desperate people, but I think the market's already been shown now that he failed his physical. The best they can get maybe is 1 number 1 and maybe a number 3 or a number 4.
Yeah, I see that you're talking with common sense. Now, what I'm seeing is people are still going to go for some number 1 pick, maybe a number 1 and a number 2. This is Max Crosby. They're going to live off what he was and try to get max value for him. And you know as well as I know, common sense is just not that common. You can't talk like that when you know these people are willing to go out on a limb, man. Hey.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to definitely see. So that was the big move of this week so far. Now, today, we've got 2 quarterbacks who were released and now are free agents to go out there. We have Kyler Murray for the Cardinals, and we have Kirk Cousins for the Falcons. Now, I already know your answer because I know who your guy is. Who do you think is more valuable on the free agent market, Murray or Cousins? I know. I already know your answer. I'm saying Kyler Murray. He's younger. He's more athletic. Kirk Cousins, you got to find a team that has an outstanding offensive line and has multiple weapons to help him at this point. Kyler Murray can make plays with his feet. He has flexibility in him.
Kirk Cousins should be going to Pittsburgh, period.
Okay.
Pittsburgh has a beautiful wide receiver out there, and that guy needs somebody to pass the ball to him, reliable. And Kirk Cousins, hey, he is the guy. He's the guy that made the guy in Minnesota famous, Justin Jefferson.
Right.
And when I talk about common sense, a lot of people loved Justin Jefferson but hated Kirk Cousins. Now that Kirk Cousins is not on that team, has Justin Jefferson been just as vital?
Oh no, he's hurting. No, he's hurting with JJ McCarthy.
Hey, so. Well, wait a minute. You just talk bad about the guy that made that guy who he is.
I'm saying that was 4 or 5 years ago, though.
The number 1 wide receiver.
I'm talking about the Kirk Cousins of today. 4 or 5 years ago, Kirk Cousins was still a viable quarterback. The Kirk Cousins of today has no mobility whatsoever. Now, is he an upgrade over Aaron Rodgers? Absolutely. So in the sense that you're talking about cutting Aaron Rodgers and putting in Kirk Cousins, I'll go with that. Wow. You know, I think Aaron Rodgers should have retired 3 years ago. So I'll take Kirk Cousins over him any day.
Nah, I'm just saying Aaron Rodgers get a bad name for being on teams that just didn't have what he needed. Period.
I'm just saying, 2010 since the last time he's led a team to the Super Bowl. 2010.
Understandable.
Only guy worse than that is Kirk Cousins. 2012, he was drafted. So I mean, I'm just that guy. I'm the guy who's throwing out the.
Hey, I hear you with the stats, but sometimes stats mean something.
Listen to me. High school freshmen now were not even born last time Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl.
Correction. Stats always mean something.
Should I put my franchise in the hands of Aaron Rodgers when he hasn't been anywhere in 15 years, 16 years?
At this point, Aaron Rodgers is my guy, but at this point, if you pick Aaron Rodgers up from what you've seen, you're just picking up the name from memory of what used to be.
What it used to be. There you go.
Aaron Rodgers will always be a great QB. It's just as of late, he has not shown up. But with that same analogy, Kirk Cousins, through these years, has always shown up. It's only when the playoffs start that Kirk Cousins, you can't find him. But we had another QB that was a great QB in a Tony Romo, who was the same exact way.
Right.
Stellar through the season. When the playoff time gets here, December is the Achilles heels for these quarterbacks. But it doesn't stop them from being great during the regular season.
Well, since we are talking about the Steelers, this is one that's going to come home to you. Running back Rico Dowdle has moved on from the Carolina Panthers to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a contract that, to me, is not all that great.
Yeah.
Why did Carolina not pay this man?
Right now we looking good over there in Carolina. We're a little vain, we got our cake and we feel like we eating it too. We have another running back that's in the garage that was a number one pick coming out of college. He re-injured himself when he came in the game, and he's had a whole year off. He's been rehabbing. He's looking really good. And in college, he was the guy. We have him on the roster.
Okay. So let me throw this at you then. If you got Rico Dowdle, who had a very reasonable contract, I think it's like $6-7 million a year with Pittsburgh, and you got the guy you're talking about, Jonathan Brooks from Texas, who's on a rookie contract, why can't you keep all three?
It makes sense to me, Steve. And I hate decisions like that. You know me. I've been advocating for Rico to stay. I wish they would have cut him a contract when he first got here. He had already proved himself in Dallas. And he was nothing short than a firecracker on Carolina. The only reason he didn't show up those other weeks is because they didn't use him.
You give him the ball.
They put him on the sideline. They strayed away from him, which I just don't understand. But this year, Coach Canales is not going to be calling the plays. And I believe if this was 1 year where we had a different offensive coordinator, a difference of opinion, he wouldn't have been able to leave. Rico didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay a Panther. And, man, Rico, Heart of Carolina, we wanted you to stay too, sir. Shout out to you. But good luck over there in Steeler Nation over there. If they get Kirk Cousins, they can make a run. They can make if they made a run with Aaron Rodgers, they can make a run with Kirk Cousins. Definitely. Kirk Cousins is going to be airing that ball out.
Right.
And with Rico, now they got a reliable running back in the backfield. They're not going to have to lean on the quarterback that much. That Rico's a beast. I don't understand but see, we talked about this about 3 years ago, how they devalued the running back position.
Right.
They don't want to pay these guys because running backs are great, and then all it takes is one freak accident. So they don't want to pay them because it's one of those things where you don't say it, but once they're hurt, they just get a lot of money, and they're on the books for a minute. So they've been straying away from running backs for the last longer than that. But come on, Steve.
But that's the crazy part, is that you already got one running back who has questionable knees. You're one Chuba Hubbard injury away from having no running backs.
Well, nah.
Why would you take that risk?
ETN and Jonathan Brooks, hey, that's what Panther the Panther organization thought of. I'm backing them 1,000%. Dan Morgan, I take my hat off to you, sir. You've been making the moves. He's been moving and grooving out there, Steve.
Okay. All right.
I haven't seen Carolina make these type of moves ever.
He's been making moves, that's for sure. So we're going to see come draft time. But let's go over a couple quick ones.
Shout out to you, Glenn White, Kelly Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation. Woo, we gearing up. We gearing up. Hey, stay tuned for that Panthers Corner. It's coming for y'all. Y'all look out for that.
Well, let's go over a couple other big moves that happened today. Okay, Bradley Chubb went to the Buffalo Bills. So that's going to bolster their defense. Daniel Jones re-signed with the Colts. That was pretty much a no-brainer we expected.
Yes.
Tua went to the Atlanta Falcons. Do you think there's a quarterback controversy, Tua and Penix?
Hey, look, the show before the show, when me and Patrick were on, we talked about this. I'm going to tell you like this, Steve. Mm-hmm. This team is in peril. This team, Kevin Stefanski is the coach of this team, right?
Right.
He has a problem with QBs. And you think you're going to get what you need from Tua and Michael Penix?
Right.
I mean, both of them have talent. Let's see if they can work into Kevin Stefanski's groove. They're in the world of hurt over there, man.
All right.
I have nothing for them. They picked up Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski did nothing in Cleveland for him to get the job that he got. I'm not taking anything away from what he did in Minnesota, but we haven't seen any spark from then. Nothing. It's like you poke him with a stick, see if he's still moving. Kevin Stefanski, what is he supposed to be, the quarterback whisperer or the quarterback get rid of her? I don't know. Kevin Stefanski, what's going on with that? I do not understand. Atlanta, shout out to you guys. You have them for some years. I just don't see y'all doing nothing. And I hope you guys do. More power to you. I want you guys to do something, but nah, it's going to be between Tampa Bay and Carolina in the South. And there it is there.
Okay. All right.
Deal done.
Okay, then. So what's your overall take? We'll close the show out. What?
You're right, Glenn. Morgan was cooking.
Yeah. What's your overall take so far what you've seen in free agency? Does anything stand out to you? I know you mentioned about Carolina. They have been very active. Anything else that stands out?
Well, I'm a little excited because my guy, Josh Allen, he has 2 wide receivers on both sides. Hey, Steve. Hey, I put this out to Patrick. I'm going to put it out to you now. Buffalo Bills. Super Bowl?
I've stuck to my guns on this until I see it happen. I got to say no.
Steve,
until I see it happen.
Bills. Steve.
Listen to me. Josh Allen, he has to get it done. I mean,
Super Bowl.
We had this argument years ago with Stafford. When Stafford went to the Rams, Stafford proved me wrong. Josh Allen got to prove me wrong.
Super Bowl.
This is me. Allen and Lamar Jackson, we can talk to the Roosters come in. You go now with KC adding Kenneth Walker Sr.
Oh, they in the mix. They in the mix.
You going to take Buffalo over KC?
Get a running back. You let Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey was like, wait a minute, I'm coming back too.
Yeah.
You let Patrick Mahomes get a chip on his shoulder because he got put out early, and you gave him the MVP running back.
A running back.
Oh my.
And
But look what this is building up to be, a wonderful NFL season on
it's
its
going to be.
way.
But let me close on this. What are the Lions doing? You let Montgomery walk, and you're going to replace him with Isaiah Pacheco, who Casey was more than happy to say bye.
That's decent. That's decent. The Lions are going to give him bigger holes. That's decent. He is that same type of player as a Montgomery. He is that same type of player. That's decent for them. That's decent.
Okay. We'll see it. I saw
somebody
put the caption is.
Long as their tight end comes back, Detroit will be fine. Detroit, Achilles heel is their coach, not the players. It's the coach is the Achilles heel in Detroit.
I read somebody put a caption on Pacheco. They said, if you need 3 yards, he'll get you 3 yards. If you need 6 yards, he'll get you 3 yards. I thought that was great.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
And we appreciate you. Glenn, we always appreciate you. You stay tuned. We got a Panthers Corner coming to y'all. Man, it's been a beautiful week, and we can't wait to get back to y'all next week. We'll see y'all soon. Please like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment. Hit that like button. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, everybody. Peace out.